Tonight, we got the Cleveland Browns taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two of the, two teams looking for a bit of upside this season. Let's hope Deshaun Watson is looking for a massage chair or something. I mean, this guy's just an absolute madman. What can we make of tonight's game there? The Browns minus 120 favorites.
So what I would say is I think you raised a really good point about paying attention as to who's going to be out there. It is very likely tonight we finally see Trevor Lawrence. We'll get some other guys out there, and the Jaguars can run the real offense. That Hall of Fame game, I know it's fun for us to kick off the season, but we very rarely see any impact players play in that game. I know the Raiders use guys like Josh Jacobs and others, but the Jaguars are like, we're not doing this. We're not putting Trevor Lawrence out here for an extra game. So I think you'll see him tonight. It'll be fun to see how he's doing in the Doug Peterson offense and those concepts and running that. For the Browns, similarly, it depends who's going to be out there. This is their first game. I think the Jaguars are going to want to make sure that they're lining up their ones against the other team's ones. But I think the Jaguars are interesting tonight because we know Lawrence is going to be out there. Again, keep in mind who is playing for the Browns and who's not. They'll probably rest their running backs and other key players. So I'm not a person that's likely to pick the Jaguars a lot during the season, but give me the 1.5 here. Maybe a little bit on the money line if you're going to bet this game. Again, I'm not a huge preseason bettor, but there are times when you can get edges. And I think if you got Trevor Lawrence out there and the Browns are just trying to mix it up in their first game out there, that gives them an edge.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, projected total 37.5. That's actually quite high for some of these preseason games. Yeah. That's definitely one way I look to get involved. Mate, what do you make of the quarterback situation there for the Browns, and what is coming to Deshaun Watson's way once we get the suspension handed down?
Yeah, so obviously we know it's 6 games. I like many others, expect it to be extended to how long? I'm not really sure. Is it 12 games? Is it the full season? That remains to be seen. But we see again yesterday and the day before those Jimmy Garoppolo to Cleveland rumors start to creep back up. And I do think it's a real possibility for this reason. The Browns still have the most salary cap room left in the entire NFL, almost $48 million for this season. Next season, the Browns are underwater, $32 million over the cap. Obviously, they'll fix that via extensions and cutting various players, but the Browns are not going to have a big free agency spend next year. But Jimmy G is a one and done. He's under contract right now. Is it a release and then sign him at a discounted rate? I don't know, but the Browns have the money right now in order to fit him under the salary cap. And why mess around with a team that everybody thinks is really talented and thinks could even challenge for big things if Deshaun Watson is under there? Jimmy G has gotten a team to 2 separate NFC championship games, including a Super Bowl, nearly winning that Super Bowl. And I think he would be a really interesting piece versus Jacoby Brissett, who many people think, well, all right, we'll be fine. We'll win a few games. But can you really challenge with Jacoby Brissett? Jimmy can make it far more likely that you can advance through the playoffs than Jacoby Brissett, at least in my estimation. I don't think there's a world of difference, but I think there's enough of a difference that you should take the chance at the more experienced player.